All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Unidentified Podcast. And before we even get started, I have a question for you. Let's go with Nagayan, man. Nagayan, how many times does something have to happen to you before you decide to like change something about it? Like change your actions, change the course, change your routine, anything like that. Like same mistake, you made a mistake today. That's fine. We supposed to make mistakes and learn from our mistakes. But do you fix it? Do you try to find a solution to this problem? What do you do?
I'm quite how do you mistake prone? Let's put it like that.
Okay.
I tend to take things quite easy going. I think
Yeah.
way too easy going at times.
Mhm.
So before me catching a mistake, or let's call it a mistake, um, an error or anything did wrong, I might bump my head 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or till somebody calls me out like, "Hey, that what you're doing is not quite right," and then I'll be like,
Okay, so you over here walking around all lumpy as shit, right?
"Yeah."
And you walking around all lumpy, and you like, hey.
I
That's
keep on
just
making the
life.
same mistakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's meant to be. Like you just take the L. It's meant to be. Let me
I don't
walk
even
around.
realize it's a mistake. Yeah. Until
Oh,
somebody points
okay.
it out.
That's very unusual, bro.
So I have a lot of calluses.
Yeah, or a strong head or something going on
Mhm.
there. Ed, man, I mean, you working on your computer and you smack your head once. What you doing right after that?
I guess my head is just hurting now. I guess.
Okay. Well, my first reaction would be to be angry, but then I like to understand the problem and actually like I walk around with that problem until I find a solution to it. But that's just me. I walk around like heavily
Okay.
with my problems. Um, Unfortunately, the reason I'm bringing this up, and you know, I'm trying to bring lightness to it, but it's nothing to laugh about or anything like that. You guys remember? Not even 3 months ago, we reported on a train track accident, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
So
the guy
unfortunately,
nearly
this
survived.
yes.
Or
So unfortunately, this past Friday, which is May the 20th, okay, of this current year, we had another fatal accident. Okay, the girl died in the last one, and in this one, three people died. Okay, including a 6-year-old kid, a 66-year-old man, and a 65-year-old lady, I believe it was. And it's in the same spot. It's for the same reason. And we are wondering why this keeps happening, right? Well, when I say we, is like the people in news and all these things, and all the comments of the people that live by that. These people are saying that they keep having to like save people from this train track and push the cars out and all these things,
Is
and
this
it's
the
always
same? This the same track? Kind of.
same place, same area, same spot, same everything,
Okay.
same setup, same
Uh,
setup.
no, like then I think it would be something probably wrong with the area, or maybe it needs to just have better safety, precautions, or make it more
Okay,
visible.
okay. I passed by this area. And I wish I would have recorded, or maybe I'll do that, like go to the area and just show the train tracks or something. But authorities should be ashamed of this, man. Like very ashamed, like heavily ashamed, and carry this problem with them like I carry mines. Okay, you know why, man?
What?
Because nothing is different.
Hmm?
Nothing is different. They didn't put an extra sign. They didn't put caution. Hey, danger of being stuck, which is obvious, right? The trains are going from there to there or whatever. But
Right.
why are these sticks not longer, right? Why is it such a small little stick that's up at all times? I mean, this keeps happening to people over and over again. you would expect people to know and be cautious and all these things. So if anything, if you get stuck, don't even try to move your truck. Run. Even if you don't see nothing coming your way, man. But nothing is being done. And I don't accept when there's a problem. I do not accept doing nothing. Like, that's not good enough for me. If you're looking for a solution, maybe you don't have the answers. Maybe I don't care what the excuse is. At least try. Nothing. Like, it's not like you said earlier, this is 2024, right?
Yeah.
Should have solutions for a problem like this one, right?
Look, Angel,
There's so many.
people are
Okay.
just you're dealing
Ed.
with people. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
And there's nothing you say is gonna be good enough for me.
There is no
And I'm
solution
sorry.
because you got people, like, a lot of people
That-
just don't have common sense. Like, they're just not thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we take that into consideration. People don't have common sense. They get stuck a lot on this side of the train track. What can we, as people that have common sense, do in order to avoid non-common people or
The
actually
only
common
thing you
people
could do,
getting stuck?
which would be totally unreasonable, is to take the trains either above the ground or below the ground. or
Well,
have
are we
train
talking
tracks
about
in the middle of nowhere.
to do something
That's
like
enough.
that and time? Okay, now, let me put this in perspective, Ed. This is part of the train tracks for the Amtrak.
Amtrak.
Okay, that takes you all the way from here to, let's say, New
The
York
other side
City.
of the United States.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is highly trafficked either way, because over here also, like, a lot of people pass by there that are not from the area, because as you know, this is a city or whatever that is for passing by. I mean, it's used a lot for passing by, for tourists and all these things, right? And I get for them not to know the area or whatever, but my goodness, bro, like, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't seem right to me.
Like, people do this all the time. Like, people just, you got people who just have their earbuds in on the phone, cross the street and get hit by a car. Like, what do you, like, this is people, man. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Because it's a train, like, okay, I guess it seems like it's more, know, dramatic and
People are just gonna be people, and unfortunately, like, I think if you were in charge, at least of the city, at least, might be your responsibility to make sure that signaling is good. I mean, let's put it like this: forget about the people. People are gonna be people. Forget about the lives that are being lost. Every time a train hits one of those vehicles, it costs the city money.
Angel, it ain't just here. Remember last time we did this video, and then I was like, hey, I wonder how many train, crashes, with cars there are in America, and it was like 5,000 or something a year.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you could do, man.
All right. Well, that's the moral of the story. Stay away
You
from
can
the
put
train
all the
tracks, I
lights
guess.
on 'em, you can bells, whistles, everything.
I'm telling you, in that area, the signaling, I mean, of course, the crossing for the thing is there, and the little sticks, but the sticks don't even expand. Like, it's the length of my arm, and my arms are not that long.
Bro, if I'm driving, I'm coming to train tracks, I'm stopping.
And you see those off?
I'm looking both
Yeah.
ways at least about 5-6 times. Like,
But that's you.
turn your music off, everything. Like, okay, like, I'm good here. Am I really good? Okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how you
let's see let's see the news report real quick, man. Is that video that we have, like,
Three
spot
people
right?
are dead after their car was struck by an Amtrak train. North Tonawanda police have identified the victims as a man and woman in their 60s, as well as a 6-year-old boy. They say the Dodge pickup truck was hit just before 8 o'clock on Friday night. All 21 passengers and crew on the train traveling from New York to Niagara Falls are okay. On Saturday morning, the tracks and surrounding roads were open for travel again.
I'm from North Buffalo.
Damon Feaster says he came by after hearing the news.
I heard about what happened on the train tracks over here. And since I come this way, a lot of times when I go back and forth going to the reservation to get gas, I've always been a little bit suspicious of those little train tracks over there.
Several other neighbors in the area tell me they feel the same way. They didn't want to be on camera, but say they've felt uneasy about these tracks for years. One man even telling me he's rescued 3 cars from the tracks because they got stuck after a wrong turn.
To me, it just seems like it's just too opened up. It looks like a TikTok video waiting to happen.
This is the second fatal train crash on River Road this year. Back in January, a 29-year-old woman was killed after getting struck by another Amtrak train.
Only thing I've ever seen is as soon as the bars come down, cars do a U-turn, everybody turns and go the other way. Sometimes I wonder what if those arms don't come down, or what if they come down too late?
Police say this incident is still under investigation. Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, North Tonawanda.
Well, that's that. Unfortunately, right? I guess people should know better. Let's not change this the way we do things. What's the solution for this? Instead of me being sarcastic, Again, what's the solution to this? You looking both ways? Is that the best we can do?
I mean, as people will be people and mistakes will be made, I would look at maybe setting up a speed limit for the trains. And of course, that doesn't cut it, because if you are a train and to get a train to stop, that's taking more. But then maybe people have longer time to react to realize, okay, we have to get out of the situation. Yeah. I mean, the 6-year-old boy, damn, that's a loss. He's not gonna be able to go anywhere.
So you get it?
No, the only solution is you say, hey guys, we think AI can drive better than you, and we're just gonna all have self-driving cars now. It's illegal to drive.
Oh, so what happens if AI? Okay. The problem with this, Ed, and I know you don't know, you haven't passed by there. The train tracks is like, as you passing by in your car, you could get stuck. I mean, I passed by there before. I'm telling you, and it's kind of scary how deep in some areas it is. And then there's a little hill that goes like this, like steep little hill. It's not that long, but it's very steep. And as soon as you make it up there, it starts doing like this, like the train tracks. I don't know how the freaking train doesn't come out of freaking rail, but like the street, the La Talvia, the thing, it's like wobbly as hell. They should freaking help that, fix it. I seen train tracks where they have like everything like level, like ground level. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And that works, but this one is like somebody just threw something there and it's good enough and let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Stuck?
your tires get stuck. If you if you go straight, if you go straight, you don't have that problem. But the minute like you do like this, your tires could like slip into place.
Their vehicle couldn't have gotten stuck. They were in a big pickup truck.
They saying they were stuck, and I'm sure they didn't choose to be hit by a train.
Stuck. They just said they got hit. We don't know how they got hit or what happened.
Well, many cars get stuck there.
Bro, he's in a pickup truck. He's in like a big Ford F-250 or something. You ain't getting stuck.
Okay. All right. Something happened there then. I don't know.
I don't think these people are getting stuck. That's the thing. Like I don't know how this happened. You really think they're just getting stuck?
It's even worse if they're not getting stuck.
Yeah, it's on them. It's driver error. I don't know what these people are doing, man. I don't know.
So they just driving through and they get hit. I don't know. I mean, me being me, I got 2 small kids, bro. Like I don't like that. Something can be improved there, man.
There's nothing.
People being people.
You act like this the only.
I'll be the first to admit, I could be drunk and driving with my kid in the back. I could be on drugs too. I get it. So then, therefore, I made a bad choice. Is that my sentence right there? Like I gotta eat that bad choice.
You're intoxicated.
Pay with my
and you
life.
have your kids in the back. Yeah. Well, sorry.
I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not confirming anything. I'm just giving you a case scenario, right? But like that's a death sentence for me and my family because I made wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know what to tell you. What do you think?
By the way, I'm not describing me myself, okay? I'm just putting that out there. Not that I'm over here driving and drunk or anything. But okay. Well, moving on from that, man. Is there anything you would like to say before we move on, Nagain?
No, it's there's always a way to omit the human error in things, and I think that if something happens frequent enough, there should be automatic systems in place to recognize there's a vehicle stuck on the track for the train to brake way before it's over there. The systems are lacking safety issues here, and if you're looking at, of course, you can say 5,000 train track crashes a year is, or I don't even know the numbers, but that's not a lot. But the lives is you cannot replace the lives. And of course, if people intentionally get stuck, that's on them, and that's even worse way to go. I know here in Holland we have people that jump for trains to commit suicide, and most of them are teens, and that's for them the easy way to go.
That's a thing. Yeah, I remember you saying that before, but man, that's.
Sometimes accidents happen, also here.
Man,
but
why would you want to go like that?
If you're a teen,
I don't know.
You're walking to school, or you're getting, I don't know.
What, you're getting bullied? Like, oh man, they're bullied.
Probably getting bullied. I don't know what.
Throw myself.
It is a possibility, right? I guess so. I guess it is a possibility. Now, you want to know what's even worse? Did you hear about that TikToker girl that actually, like, when the solar eclipse was happening, she like killed her family and killed herself at the end?
Oh,
no, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
So I guess she was freaking out because she believed that was the end of the world, and
If it
we
was
were
the end
gonna.
of the world, when you want to see it, like if you actually believe in it, I'm like, okay, let's go. I want to see what's gonna happen.
I don't want to see it, but I'll tell you this: I'd rather see it over me harming myself. By the way,
turn around and kill the kill myself or kill people around me. Like,
I wouldn't never have the heart to freaking hurt my family. Like, you know what I mean? But
so it was
I
like
guess
this thing going around on TikTok that, hey, this is gonna be the end of the world, and she believed it.
Yeah, but why take means on your own hands? Like, okay, off yourself if anything. Like, not promoting, not condoning it or anything like that. But like,
Wasn't she diagnosed with some some
I can't remember. But this is a case. This is what she did. She was telling her family, yo, like, listen, this is the end. We all doomed. We're gonna die, and all these things, right? And you know what ended up happening? So I guess she offed her man.
Okay.
Jumps in the car with her 6-year-old and her.
What weapon?
I think it was alma blanca, like not a gun, but a knife. Okay, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you like the whole deal on the boyfriend or husband thing.
I don't know about.
But well, this is supposedly what happens, right?
I'm thinking they would have.
She does that,
How did she do that?
takes care of that dude. Maybe I can't remember what happened on that, but she takes care of her husband, boyfriend, or whatever. Jumps in the car with the kid, with her 2 kids in there, a 6-year-old and a baby, I guess. And as she's driving, she's trying to like open the back door to throw her kids out of the car. Okay, which the baby didn't survive that, but the 6-year-old actually did survive, like dropping out the car. Right before she hits a freaking concrete wall or post or something, she just like rams into something, ends her life at the end, like at the scene and whatever. And all because of the claims of everything ending. Like the eclipse was the end of it and all these things. Like that's amazingly, I don't want to say brave, it's not brave, but like you have to like what's in you that would like actually give it to you to do that. Like that's a whole process. Like once you hurt like your loved one, your husband or whatever, don't you like snap out of it?
No. Now you go all the way, because you're at the point of no return. Now you just go all the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, not my babies, not myself. I'm never hurting myself. Never. I just couldn't. And the only way I would like end somebody's life is if it was me or them. Like there's no contents there. But okay, so moving on, man. The other day I was talking about the and this is what Ed likes.
Andrew,
We had a
talking about the
conversation.
eclipse. I'm surprised we never did an episode on the eclipse.
I actually thought about it, but I didn't think you
Wow.
would freaking care for it, man.
Hey, Nagayan, did you guys see the eclipse over there in the Netherlands?
No, we don't. We didn't have the eclipse over here.
See, no
It was
cool
just-
stuff goes on over there. Like you got to be over here in America.
It was a certain section of America that got to see the full eclipse, and also some parts of the world. I think in Spain it was that they saw a partial eclipse, or
Have you
I don't know.
all your time on planet Earth? Have you ever seen a full eclipse?
Yeah, 2000 and
The one
I
from
don't-
Dominican Republic you got to see?
no.
Oh, okay.
No,
Was
no,
it
no.
a
I
full
saw
one, not like one of them partial ones
Full
where
one.
it gets dim?
a full one? But I used the glasses to be able to see the sun or
Was it life
the moon,
changing?
or no. No, at least not for me at the age of, I think I was 8 or something, or 7.
Okay. Where were you? You were in Santo Domingo?
No, I was in the Netherlands.
Okay.
I think I saw it 2 times, by the way. I was older when I saw it the second time. That I think was already 21, or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know.
I
saw
know
it twice.
I seen one in Dominican Republic, and I was just about the same age, about 8, 9, not older than 10, because like at 12 I met you, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
this
12,
one
13.
was recent and it was pretty cool. And yeah, but you had to be here in America to see it.
It was pretty cool.
just
What
for
did
us.
you see? Weren't you at work, Ed?
No, I was running around the falls. I was running, and everybody was down at
And
the
you-
falls looking up at the sky.
And
I'm
what
like,
were you
I'm looking
thinking?
at these people. I'm like, yo, these people know the eclipse is like exactly at like 3:15. Like, why are they looking up at the sky now? Like, we know the exact time. Like, what's you guys doing?
Okay, fair enough. It did happen right on time, but from where I was, you couldn't see anything. The clouds were like perfectly aligned for it to be like covered.
Yeah, but it still got like dark, like it was nighttime, and then it got all cold, and then it like brightened right back up.
Yes. And that right there, bro, that made me freaking think like for a split second, like is this more than this, or is this just an eclipse, or what's going on? For a split second, I questioned that. What if it goes down right here, right now? What if it's true? And then I'm like, doesn't seem like it's it. So I kind of got over it quick. But it was amazing. It was mesmerizing. Actually, if you would like to know, I recorded the whole thing. Now that I think about it, it's in Brittany's phone. So what I did was I put her phone on record and my phone was dead. So I put the phone like this, just hitting the sky. Because all you see is dark for, oh my goodness. Hey, I got you. I got you.
Now we get
Okay.
some direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're a little late on that one, but okay, that's something to look forward to.
It doesn't matter. Okay. Anything else on that?
No, that's it.
Isn't it amazing? Like the actual phenomena, like that eclipse, what happened just like that? Like these
Yeah, I think
planets
we're the
are.
only planet in the solar system where it does that, and the moon just happens to be at the correct distance from the Earth, or some mess they always say.
That is amazing to me, bro.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens to the moon.
What do you mean?
Like, what changes does the moon go through? Like when it's like right in front of the sun like that. Like, is there any? And
It absorbs all the photons from the sun. It's
okay,
like-
it's not possible that over here, like in an eclipse, like the freaking water raises and all these things, and nothing happens anywhere else. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
No.
no, the polars, the magnetism, like changes, right?
No.
The closer,
That's
the closer the. Huh?
That was the solar storm we had like a couple weeks after, but no, man.
No, what I mean is like
Snowstorm?
when we have a full moon,
Yeah.
the water raises, right? Am I wrong?
No, the
Oh,
water-
that's what you mean.
no. The water raises. You got tides that move with the moon like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's due to like magnetism, right?
No,
like,
it's
what you-
gravity.
The gravitational pull, yeah, from the sun
That's
and
why you guys believe in climate
moon.
change. This basic stuff.
Okay, I'm not. I'm just not that smart, bro. Like I don't know nothing about that.
They
I'm
didn't teach you about
guessing.
gravity and all that theory of relativity and warp in space time. You didn't learn about none of that.
Nah.
The faster you go, the slower time moves. That's like you're just like blown away.
Oh yeah, yeah. This dude that I really like. I've been watching him, and I learned a little bit about that.
Okay, there you
But I'm just starting to learn. I was fortunate enough to be homeless for a nice chunk of my adult life. So
Stop listening to the Breakfast Club all day and actually listen to some education. There you go.
okay.
Can name
I,
every rapper and just now learning about gravity.
No, but indeed, during the solar eclipse or lunar eclipse, the sun and the moon aligns so that the gravitational pull from these planets, or if you can call the moon a planet, are the highest or the strongest.
Okay. So something has to happen, is what I'm saying.
So in all other parts of the world that are encountered to that, there is a low tide everywhere except for where the gravitational pull is the strongest, and that's where the eclipse is taking place, I think.
Okay. Well, there you go, I guess. Okay. The other day in the hallway, man, as usual, I see Ed. And a lot of times, he asks me like, "Hey, what you got?" Or I ask him like, "You have any ideas for the next episode and all these things?" And he said, "No, I have nothing. How about you, man?" And I told him like I had something on politics from the Dominican Republic. What was your answer back then?
Oh, I told you, Dominican Republic is a small country and nobody really, nobody knows anything about it. Nobody care about it.
Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. And I thought about it for a little bit, and I think it's true. It's a very small country that hasn't contributed to this or that. Okay, it remains at a neutral space, I believe. Like every time there's a war, we don't participate. We don't have an opinion. We don't, this or that. Okay. The biggest issue we have right now is against the Haitians, which has been like a legend, not a legend, like part of our folklore or whatever you want to say, right? And I just been thinking. So I told you I would write some stuff down and do some research on this and everything. You say it doesn't matter, right? What if we add the issue what if we just add one ingredient to this whole politic thing in Dominican Republic, and that one thing is oil. what if I told you we just found, which I told you this before, okay? But it was like a hidden truth, I guess. But right now it's confirmed. And what if I told you Dominican Republic is currently negotiating with Chile and Honduras with oil productions and what to do with it right now? Would that make it a little more significant or not?
Yeah, I guess so. It'd be a little bit. I mean,
You think the U.S. would like to help us a little, would find a little more motivation to help us out?
yeah, they'll
Put
help
their
you out.
hands in.
And if you don't let them help you, maybe those Haitians over there might get set loose.
So you don't think around the same time where they just went into the country and told Dominican Republic how to go about their business with the borders and the Haitians and everything, is right about around the time that we found oil puzzles in there, puzzles,
Deposits.
deposits. There you go. In the Dominican Republic, and now you guys want to help us out. Isn't that crazy? Like,
Yeah.
look. We're gonna tell you how to arrange and organize yourself around here and how to do business.
They're the good guys, so I mean, hey, let them help you out.
Are they the good guys, though?
Courtney, you guys, yeah, they're very good. Every war
And
is
to add-
just. Every invasion is just. They've done nothing wrong, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. What
And
if I told you
anybody
that?
standing up against them is evil.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay.
But no, I to add a little more depth even to the argument or to the discussion. Indeed, very peculiar timing, but also iridium. I think the iridium, there's found to be iridium deposits in Haiti, quite extensive though, which also I don't know what it's used for now, but I guess for electronic devices and stuff like that. So that's also quite attractive for potential people that would want to invest or mine or have control over the region to destabilize the government over there. So yeah, it's a lot of motivation for
So,
people to actually come in and
these
Oh.
old guys here, like, is that like the president or something? Is that who that is?
Okay. From Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you some background on this. In 1977, okay, there was a guy that goes by the name of Pedro Manuel Casals, okay, father, okay, and I guess he was in one of the departments of the government in Dominican Republic, like very high up, right? And he was in a group that was like doing excursions for like mapping and like telling like what areas are like good for commercializing and industrializing and all these things. Because the capital that we have right now, I don't know if you know this, wasn't the capital back in the day. Did you know that? It didn't start as a capital.
What is
but
the capital?
now
Port-au-Prince? What is the capital?
no, that's Haiti.
Okay.
Dominican Republic is Santo Domingo, okay?
Okay.
But I think it used to be Santiago, the first capital we had, and it ended up being Santo Domingo, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going off like what I can remember, okay? So pardon if I get anything. The guy, and if you know, feel free to correct me because this is
Sure.
for all of us, right? So he's doing this excursion and stuff like that, and they happen to find oil, in that first year they were able to wrap up 1,449 barrels of raw oil, petroleum. Okay, and I guess it was freaking like high quality. But during this time, was the same time, you know what was going on during this time?
You said the 70s.
It was part of the
Oh, that's when we had the oil shortage thing, right? And we had
Yes.
massive inflation and all that.
So we had not only that, like we had the issues with the Cold War, and yes, so the U.S. I guess
You know
the
why
U.S.
that
would.
happened, right? Why we had that oil shortage, right?
Mm-mm.
Israel was over there up to their old tricks again. And so all the
Oh.
Arab states just decided that they were going to cut us off from oil.
Oh yeah. So I guess the thing is, the U.S. went over there. They're like, oh, so you found oil? I think it would be wise of you to leave that alone.
Yeah.
What? So that's one more time where they go in and tell us what we're supposed to do. We're not depending on the U.S. The U.S. does nothing for us. I guess Dominican Republic, the U.S. gave Dominican Republic an offer, okay,
That they couldn't
for
refuse.
the cut for Dominican Republic would be 2%
What?
out of 98 that they would be taking. So they like, we come in here, we do all the work for you, we show you how the financing works and all these things, and we take it with us. We give you 2% for doing nothing. We'll do all the hard work for you. So they said no. They're like, okay, I think it would be wise for you to bury this project. And
They did.
I get
They're not known
They
for
did.
oil, right?
they're not known for oil, no. But there was, I told you, like last year, there was a thing where there's like secreto a voces, like a secret, a public secret, where I was saying that there was oil in my country and all these things, but nobody wanted to talk about it. And I said it would be for the best interests of the country, not to like come up saying we got oil. Well, I just found out that my crazy beliefs, is not just a belief, it's something that actually happened. So what I said would happen or would be the best action is what they did in 1977. 2%. I mean, that's a slap in the face. We're gonna do all the work. We're gonna do this. We're gonna.
That is a
You
lot
get
of work.
2%. That's a lot of work. 2% though. Like here's 2%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they let you guys. They didn't give you some of that freedom that they're always talking about.
Yeah. Well, okay. So they bury that
Some
and stuff like
democracy.
that, and around where the president who said if they offering us 2%, we're gonna go with the first offer, which is bury the whole project. So they put a whole bunch of freaking concrete, bury the whole project, and all these things. And I guess in one of these offices for this guy, Pedro Manuel Casals, which died in a funny way, but that's for another story, right? Somebody left a book that was called La Arte de la Guerra y el Petróleo, which is like the art of war and oil, like petroleum or whatever, on his desk. I don't know if it's true. This is his son saying that he remember his dad like acting funny around this time, right? So forward to now, okay? They are currently negotiating, not with the US, but with Honduras. And the current deal that's on the table is 60-40 out of 2%. Okay. That's a big difference, I guess. But that's the first conversations they having. And I hope. I mean, I'm a little sad that this happened, like publicly happened, like around 3 months that's been happening, right? And everybody's running to do business and sell this oil. And the president in my country, Dominicans are very hungry, like greedy, very
Short term. Yeah.
we are, yeah, our mindset is very short term. Our decision making is very short term. Like let's eat today type of dude. Okay. And he's running to do this and do that. I think it would be best as a reserve, in my opinion, but that's just me. When nobody has anything, maybe we have this, but also we could get attacked for it too. So, what you thinking? Does that make it a little more interesting to you, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little more interesting. I mean,
How about this freedom
unless
that they say everybody needs so badly?
yeah, you
What you
might
think?
end up getting some of that. A little bit of democracy.
They're gonna sprinkle some democracy to like into our corner.
Back, and if you fight back, it's because you hate us because our freedoms. That's why. That's what they say.
We're just jealous. If we fight back and we have something to say. Well, back then it wasn't that bad. We got away with the order of bury the whole project. I mean, that's a very light sentence, in my opinion. No?
It's easy.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, like, one of the things he was saying is that the reason why we got off so easy is because they put us in a back burner. So if things didn't go well with the negotiation and stuff like that they had in the Middle East, when things got rough, they were gonna come pick up their oil, do us the favor and do the work for us at least.
I don't know when this was. This was had to been around. I don't know if it was around when Nixon was president or when we were going off the gold standard or whatever. Maybe it was a couple years after that. I don't know.
But I did hear that the freaking oil is good quality. But I don't know who was president. I know Peña Gómez was the president in Dominican Republic during this time. And
either Nixon or Carter.
Was Nixon a bad president? Like a ruthless kind of person? Or
some say he was like the best president we ever had, and some say he was a crook.
But they saying that a very popular thing about Nixon is that he was a well-known crook. Like everything he did was twisted, and
with Donald Trump is like you don't know unless you were around. Okay. You know what I'm saying, and actually seeing it for yourself. There, you don't know.
Okay, I see what you mean. But like he was popular for that. There's even a book
because of the Watergate scandal. It's like because he was spying on the other party, and we don't even know if that was him or what his people or whatever. It could have. I don't know what happened.
Okay, fair enough. I just don't know enough to have like an actual opinion on it.
Nobody knows because they lie so much, and they like usually it's like if you're not with the deep state, if you're not one of their people, they set you up and do all other type of stuff to get you up out of there. I don't know.
Now, you know what? I'm a little surprised that these negotiations are going down so fast. And there's no interruptions. There's no.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Got a lot going on right now, man. Got a lot going on.
Okay. And do you think that
Russia? We got Israel attacking themselves. We got Taiwan over there. Yeah, we got a lot.
Israel attacking themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem.
No problem. just a side note.
So okay, does the integration of electric vehicles kind of like ease that pain a little bit?
No, electric vehicles they ain't going nowhere.
I agree with Ed on that.
Okay, so we still worried about our oil.
It's transitioning towards something else, but
explain this to me.
You
don't have to have the exact answer.
It's still gonna take some time before we are all over to some other resource, whichever it's gonna be.
What's the resource of the future, Negayan?
I say we could use or harness magnetism in a better way. That's start there.
I agree.
Me personally, I don't think you need anything because burning like oil is actually good. Like it's good for the planet.
It needs to restore.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta burn stuff. I mean, you got to.
I can see that.
I heard we would have already went back into the ice age by now if we wasn't like burning stuff.
Huh.
No joke.
How is that?
No joke.
Why? You have information on that? Like,
This
can you
sounds
explain this to me?
comfortable.
Are you
Yeah.
able to explain this to me?
Well, Angel,
A full blown no, I understand. It makes it warm and all these things, okay? Like simple stuff, I
yeah,
get that
but
much.
what I'm saying is the Earth goes into ice ages all the time. It goes in and out. Like the reason why
Uh-huh.
humans were able to spread around the whole planet is that we got lucky. And right
But this
now
is
we're
this
in
is
a
but
mild-
this is not something that happens evenly though.
what do you
Does that make sense? Like, so supposedly, like places that are now deserts.
No,
used to be-
Ice Age is like the whole Earth is like, except for the equator, is pretty much covered in ice. It's not like I think you're saying like the weather is going to change and the whole everything is just like you're talking about glaciers all the way. Like right now,
the entire world at the world
right now
at the
we'll
same
be
time.
under ice. We'll be under ice right now.
Yeah, definitely Canada and
Yeah.
New York.
No. Okay,
You'll
but
see it from space. and all
this
the
is
way.
not a this is not a continental thing.
No.
This is worldwide. You think?
Yes, when you had woolly mammoths and all that, and saber-tooth tigers, it was like
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you had
Okay.
warm parts of the Earth, but it was like mainly at the equator. That's where it stayed. You know, you had where it wasn't just straight up ice everywhere.
Interesting. I would like to like look that up because it is actually very interesting.
And the Earth would heat up, and then it'll cool, then it'll go back to ice age, then heat up again.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying it doesn't happen like as a balance thing. It just comes in and out. But I thought it would be like not necessarily a strictly like continental thing. Does that make
Yeah, I know what
sense?
you're saying. But it does change. Like the Earth, it's crazy because like the Sahara Desert, they say that was all jungle and all that, and it was all lush, and then it all dried up. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
What I heard
was
it
like
was
a-
an ocean.
It was like so part of it was an ocean, and then the other part was like as an Amazonian
Amazonian.
area.
I know what you're saying.
area,
Close.
right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like tag you it type of thing. Like, I don't know how to word this. I don't even help me out. Like, okay,
Yeah,
like
it does.
as
That.
we
It's
were,
like it shifts around. Some areas might turn to desert. Some might, like
yeah.
get more rainfall.
So it's so that's how I always thought about that.
yeah, but the worst
okay.
scenario is the return of the ice age. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Hmm.
But
Is that a threat?
we're in an ice age right now. It's just that it's mild. Yeah.
I can see that. Winters are a little longer. Winters are a little harsher.
But summers are also
But do
hotter.
we call it?
Guys, when they say ice ages, they last for like hundreds of thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah, but
it's not
you
like
said
But I
like
would-
they
I
come
wouldn't-
and go, like ice ages come and go, but it takes some time
yeah,
before.
this is like
come and go.
planetary scale,
Okay,
you know?
is there a step down from ice age? Because I don't want to call it an ice age because like Nagayan said it, when it's hot, it's hot.
No, this is the whole Earth is like in an ice age right now. It's just mild. The
But it's-
ice age
it's
lifted
warming.
up. So all while you had humans spreading all over the planet, it was ice age, but it was mild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a point there. I don't know. Okay. So if oil is so important, going back to the root of this conversation, if oil is so important, why is like, okay, I guess you answered that, like the US has so many things going on, but after a negotiating has started and finished and all these things, it's too late for the US to do a counter offer that was their intentions at all.
The U.S. can do anything. U.S. can do.
Yeah, but like now they would have issues with two countries if they get in between that once the deal is sealed.
Bro, you can send like a SEAL team over there to Haiti, just overthrow that, and then just have the Haitians rush across the border and just say, hey, I don't know what's going on there over there. I don't know what's going on with all those Dominicans over there. Maybe we need to go over there and help them. and then it's just chaos, and then you just go over there and take over everything. Install. Oh, the president got taken out. Oh, we got to install a new president, somebody who's solid. You don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm not saying they would do that, but if they did it, like you would just make up some story on TV, everybody would be behind it. America's the good guys, and there you go. You would even believe it.
I don't think many people believe America to be the good guys. Like, I don't think that's a popular belief.
What you talking about?
Yes, there's a lot of people living in America that believe in the good of America.
Let's listen to what you are saying.
Angel, you believe in them. Like, what are you talking about? You believe.
You know what I believe? I believe that there's greedy people who are willing to kill for money. I believe that. But I also believe that equally. Not equally, because it's never equally. There's also people
told you that Putin was
or
evil,
divisions.
you believed them 100%.
There's divisions who actually believe in the truth, regardless of who holds that. Does that make sense? I believe you believe in different entities of the government, right? Different divisions of the government, right?
Look, Angel.
Yeah.
This is what they'll do. That's how to go down. All right.
Okay. That's fair. I see it. I understand. I only see this bringing chaos, unfortunately. And I also see this being something that will change history. And knowing how greedy human beings are, I just don't see this being a positive note in history. But you know, there's a new era. Maybe I'm wrong. And let's root. Let's cheer them up and hope everything goes well. I'm very tragic though. Like, I don't know why I'm in such a tragic mindset lately. But I don't see a good outcome for this. I just don't see it. I don't see the Dominican government saying like, oh, we got this oil, but this is not our oil. This is everybody's oil. So that means Dominican
governments that do that, like a lot of Middle Eastern governments, they do that for their people.
Okay. Negain. You see what I'm saying?
What?
I see this as the rich getting richer.
Yeah, but that's all over the world. That's not only Dominican Republic.
Of course the rich
I mean, there's some extreme to how Dominican Republic does it, and that's there's no welfare beyond the
rich are supposed to get richer.
No, Ed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, this is the opportunity for the rich to get richer
because they actually are trying to get rich, while the poor are just sitting here like they don't even pay attention to what's going on around them.
But give me something. Yeah. I get that. But no, they use the la ignorancia del pueblo, meaning like the ignorance of the regular citizens.
There's no excuse for ignorance anymore. You can't use that excuse anymore because information.
Oh, bro. Listen, $500, and I'll bring you to reality. Give me $500, and let's go to Dominican Republic. Exactly. Okay. But how do you fix a problem you don't think exists?
What's the problem?
That's your ignorance to ignorance people existing, or
I mean,
that there's still ignorance in the world
that are rich. Why is that their problem? Like, they're good. They're like, I don't gotta worry about this.
Well, what I'm saying is that the fact that a gallon of gas is like 200 pesos right now, right?
Yeah.
Or one something, almost 200.
$4, around $4.
Okay. The fact that the gasoline is that expensive over there, and us finding gas, oil in our country should like equal the balance a little bit on what we pay for it, because the excuse is, oh well, we are third party buying this oil. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because of that, the prices are so high. So what happens now?
You would have to buy the oil in American dollars and import it into the country. Okay.
Well, the idea is it would come full circle. So it wouldn't be refined in my country. It gets into barrels, taken to Ecuador, sell to the mainland. I'm guessing this is how it's gonna, and then whatever is extra is gonna be for us. And the reason I'm saying that is because when it comes to exportation, that's what the Dominican Republic has done throughout its history. Okay, so when we produce, let's say, we produce lots of chicken, pork, and all these things, the good stuff goes out, and we are left with whatever was left. I mean, how is it possible that we produce bananas and plantains, right? And the plantains and bananas that are left behind are the smaller ones.
Because you need money. You got to trade. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But the first person you should think about trading with should be your own people. Your own people, well fed. Your own people,
But
Or
they're
at
not
least-
gonna give you premium for the.
That is true, and that's a problem.
That's how the market or the world market or capitalism.
No, that's how greed works, and that's what's scaring me. You think the situation with the prices of gas is gonna get fixed, nigga?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Of course not.
There's some
I'm-
countries where they help their people out, where they have like really low gas prices. Who produce gas,
Chile. Who was it? Not Chile.
Wasn't it
Venezuela.
Ecuador?
Venezuela did that. I think they did that. And water, drinking water was more expensive than gasoline, and that didn't work out for them.
I think Venezuela, they had a lot of other problems.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I see that. All right, it's me like simplifying way too much, I guess, when it comes to things like that.
And they got on the bad side of the Americans, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah, and you see how we were getting the bad side of the Americans this time around. I mean, like I said, the Americans are already telling us like how to control our borders. I mean, we do have a deal, which is a treaty that happened like years and years ago, which says that they're not supposed to invade us anymore. But if we misbehave, some of this freedom might come this way. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's
I
scary.
understand that concern, and I mean, it's always an imminent threat that's out there because the US can, like Ed says, do whatever.
Hopefully
and
we get
just
Trump in here and we can just stop all that.
Making a deal with the devil. Listen, Trump. Don't make it sound like Trump likes pain.
the savior.
Yeah.
Trump don't like pain. He knows how to make himself a lot of money. Hopefully, he comes back and makes some money for the country. I get that. But Trump is very him first type of dude.
Really? You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
You really think so? That's why this guy is like worth like billions of dollars and he's running for president? You really think that?
How did he get her there?
How did he get it?
Yeah,
Casinos,
Doesn't
Yeah.
Trump have a reputation of
you said how did
like
he get it?
making contracts
Casinos,
with people and
hotels,
find
real estate. He comes from a wealthy family of business.
finding
leaders.
loopholes into deals that he makes, and he
he's
doesn't
a
honor
businessman.
complete.
He's a businessman. Like there's a lot of people who are billionaires because they're successful people who probably come from good families and know how to conduct
That is
business.
correct.
Like,
Yes.
what are you talking
Okay. But he doesn't honor his deals. I mean, like throughout his history, he has found loopholes where his
All that
partners
stuff they tell
end
you,
up.
You know why they tell you these things?
No, I'm Ed, listen.
Because they know you
I-
don't
I-
know anything. This is why they do it.
Yeah,
They're sitting
yeah,
here and
you're
say,
right.
"Oh, look, he's got a tax loophole." It's like, dude,
what? My apologies. I should not have like have an
They-
opinion.
you can
about,
have one, but
Donald
it's
Trump.
like it. I've heard all this, and they tell the American people these things because they know you don't have basic sense of like, do you really think he pays taxes like you do? Like,
No.
why would he? Why would Warren Buffett?
No,
or
I
any
don't
billionaire
think he
pay
should.
taxes like
I don't think he should.
a 1040 or whatever form or whatever, or he's getting a check every week like you? Man, this audio, man, this is crazy.
Decides to establish a business in. Like, no, I think there's a lot of advantages of having him start a business or something in your community. No, so no, I agree with that. But this is me from my ignorance and my apologies, because I don't like talking about these things because I just don't know that much about this. But him leaving people, stuck with the Ed, talk real quick.
Go ahead. I just fixed
Okay.
the audio.
Oh, okay. My bad.
This keeps happening. I think it's this computer.
I don't know, but you know what I mean. And again, like I get it. I understand he shouldn't. There's a lot of good things about it, but that doesn't mean there's nothing bad about it.
Yeah, but that's the same when we're talking about Elon Musk. I mean, that he does a lot of good. He has, made a lot of money doing what he does best. But at a certain degree, his own reality or his own, I wouldn't
He's
call it
another
delusional
one,
self.
Like, the man literally never did anything wrong. Elon Musk, clean.
Yes, to a certain extent.
All the way.
There's always
100%.
No,
you
don't
can
do
never
that,
be.
Ed.
You can never
That's
be.
where I have a problem with you, bro. Like, no. Okay.
I'm thinking, like, I cannot think of anything wrong that this individual has done. Elon Musk.
Okay, no problem.
I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, well, he had."
Are we only talking about directly? Like, do you mean?
Like,
Is that what you mean?
If I say Angel is a horrible person, or Angel's okay, but he's not all the way okay, then I would have to come up with things that you've done. Like for you, if I were to talk about you, I cannot think of anything wrong that I've ever seen you do.
Okay.
Like,
So I believe if there's an industry in which you participate and knowingly is doing harm to others, and you still indulge in this
What
because
is
it's
this
beneficial
industry
for you.
What is it?
Okay. Electric cars, we know
Okay.
they don't have a future. To put it like that.
Uh,
Of course, when they came out, there was a lot of.
Ed knows what you are telling him.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Why
Still,
you're talking about the mining and the kids and all that? I was not thinking about that, but you know what?
Okay.
You are correct, sir. I mean, you're right. I wasn't thinking about that.
But that's only one thing of many.
Mhm.
And by all means, listen, I give him props. You know why? Because he's actually doing this research we are not doing. He's making the discovery of not just a freaking lifetime. Like, forget about our lifetime. He's putting his foot first into so many things that will like evolve into like what we need for the future. I totally believe that. And yeah, there's a saying that, for big accomplishments, there's got to be big sacrifices and stuff like that. But you knowingly are doing businesses and conducting your business into this, right? Don't say he's never done nothing wrong. Don't say he's clean. I mean, if you want to say his hands are clean, like personally, yeah, they probably are. He's not moving anything. But he knows what's going on. I mean, this is somebody who you believe to be a genius, right?
Yes.
So these are, let's call them these byproducts. I'm sorry to dehumanize the process, but this is a byproduct that he calculated for these losses and all these things, and he decided to go ahead and, like, in order to accomplish this, we got to lose this, and that's okay with me, and he went and did that. You think he doesn't realize that?
And the question then would be, to what extent would that knowing would keep him awake at night? And that's the thing we don't know, because we don't know him personally.
He's not guilty.
Stop playing it. Stop playing. To answer your question, Nagayan, I think as long as what he is doing keeps giving good results for our future, I think some people may believe it's merited. Does that make sense? And that helps you. But if what you are doing is leaving, death behind, and you still
No,
haven't made a
he's not. I'm not
groundbreaking
attributing that to
discovery.
him. I'm not
No, but
attributing that to
that's
him.
but
The man needs
but
his rare
that's
earth materials, and he says, "Hey,
Okay,
you guys."
so
supply.
so let your earnings be less, and give these people the equipment they need, the training they need, the living working conditions they deserve
Bro,
for making you this amount of money, and
you can't
that's
do it.
it.
It's
That's all
not a
I'm
money
asking for.
issue. You can't pay them more.
What?
You would have to get this cobalt.
This is why I'm telling you, let's give them the education, the tools we need. Education. You heard that? Education comes first.
can't.
Because I can leave you a dump truck here, and if you don't know how
What
to
you
use
would
it,
have
it's
to
a
do
paperwork.
in that situation, you would have to actually just go and get it from somewhere else. You can't even deal with them there. And then, matter of fact, this was the argument, because first off, that situation in the Congo, you just couldn't do business there. You would have to say, "Hey, we're not gonna mine there. We're gonna go somewhere else," and it'd be more expensive and all that. And I'm pretty sure they'll be more, aware of the environment, and they'll do it clean. But now the people in the Congo have nothing. They have nothing now. So the argument is, at least they can take that cobalt out of the ground with their bare hands, Angel. At least they have that, and you want to take that from them.
But okay, and that's cool. But once again,
But then we're spinning back with the oil reserve thingy. Why take it out now? Why not keep it as something that we can use for the future, for when we are there, when the country or the continent or the people in the continent are ready to actually harness the power or the thing that comes with it. And that's the thing that is happening in the Dominican Republic, maybe right now. Of course, there's more knowledge, there's a different time, but is the country ready, or is it just hungry for?
No, it's just hungry for more. Yeah. Let's be greedy. Let's do it right here, right now. And you know why? Because we do not.
Dominican Republic is poor.
We are poor. Okay, so out of this whole side of the. Okay, by the way, America, and I'm glad you're saying this, right? America is not the United States of America. Let's make that clear once again, okay? But out of the continent of America, we are like the third fastest growing country right now. If we leave that to the side and we create the right industry, we don't have to share 60%. 60-40. We don't have to do that. We are the third, I believe, out of the American continent, these small islands and all these things. Okay, we got the highest tourism. Okay. Yeah. So that's money coming in. We are also like the third ones that are sending euros and US dollars into the country per year. Okay. But the problem I see is not this or that. The problem is straight up. This is the problem. People want to fill their pockets today because you don't know if you're gonna be sitting in that chair tomorrow, and that's it. I don't see nothing beyond that.
Bro,
you want to make sure this deal is cracked today. No,
they might do it right. I mean, you're saying like wait and make sure you build the industry up, get your refining and everything done right there.
Educate yourself at least. At least educate yourself, because if you make an educated assessment, chances are things fold on your half of the deal.
I don't know why they're gonna ship it out. Maybe they realize that they don't want to refine it. They're on the island. Maybe it'll be too much of a hassle. They don't too much,
Maybe. That is true, but like the island doesn't need that right now, because like I said, the US dollar is ending up over there. Okay, small country. Okay, by population, people like poverty is like less and less per year. Is one of the fastest
growing.
American
dollars you're gonna have selling oil. Like, come on now.
Yeah. No, this is nearsighted. Like I said, I'm telling you, these are the people who are sitting on that chair today, and they want to crack that deal today because some of that money got to touch their pockets, and then that money is forever. If your name is in there, that money comes in forever. And when I say forever, it's not like forever, like as long as you are alive. No. This is actual wealth. What I would define as wealth. Okay. And what am I talking about? What I'm talking about is generations to come will be on this.
On mines.
So let's make this deal happen today.
And if you work on it today, the US, you can sell it for dollars, but the US is only gonna be printing dollars either ways, and our currency is not that strong.
I'm not gonna lie. The other problem I see is that if you sit on it for way too long, the U.S. might need that.
We'll,
You know what?
yeah, but we'll see. I mean, you don't know. I'm pretty sure
But-
there's some capable.
Yeah.
There's some capable people there. This says this is the presidencia of Ecuador. Oh, so
Yeah.
this is the people that are going to do the deal with the oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking the whole
So what
time. this
would I
is the
do? Like,
beginning.
we didn't see the video yet, right? Or
No, but real quick before we
Oh,
we move up, real quick. Okay, so like I'm just saying, like, this is something that might cause a war later on, like if we wait for too late and stuff like that. But in 3 months, you haven't even assessed the ground to say how big the reserve is, like that pot is. How long would it last if you pump this much for this long and all these things? We don't have those assessments either. Okay, I guess the oil
Sure,
is
these
like
guys, they probably know, Angel. I mean, like you said, this is back in the 70s when they found out about the reserve, so I'm pretty sure they know.
70, yeah,
Yeah,
1977.
they know.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
By the way, there's a few spots where oil has been found. So it's not just in that one area. And what happens then? Like, how can I explain my question? Ed, like, so one government takes care of the whole thing, or like, how does that go? You know?
What do you mean? Like the oil and shipping it out? Or?
There's different pockets in different areas of the country. So who like do people get assigned, like, okay, you get this to manage this side and you get to manage that side, and let's try to be at the
Well,
same.
You guys don't have any oil companies, so I'm guessing it's going to be the government. They're going to be taking care of all that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and the government changes each 4 to 8 years. So yeah, that's gonna be a nice pot to swerve around.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but this dude was freaking. That president was freaking fast. Look at him. He over here walking and doing all this. Like, let's watch this, man. Greed is a terrible thing.
By the way, I want to say it's good to see.
Oh,
that-
can you put subtitles in English? What you saying, guy?
It's nice to see Latin countries joining forces together. There's a lot of strength in numbers, they say.
And the old
But,
guy in the wheelchair, that's the actual president of Ecuador.
Yes.
De gas natural para incrementar el suministro de este recurso
Do you
en
have
beneficio del
caption?
Can you
desarrollo
put
sostenible
can you start
de
it
ambas
over
naciones.
and put like English subtitles?
Inicio de conversaciones entre Ecuador y República Dominicana para un eventual acuerdo sobre producción de gas y petróleo.
There's an echo.
El presidente Guillermo Lasso recibió el lunes en Quito a su homólogo dominicano Luis Abinader durante la sexta reunión de la Alianza para el Desarrollo de la Democracia.
con el objetivo de evaluar la repotenciación del campo amistad de gas natural para incrementar el suministro de este recurso en beneficio del desarrollo sostenible de ambas naciones.
En la reunión participaron también el presidente de Costa Rica, Rodrigo Chávez, y el vicepresidente de Panamá, José Gabriel Carrizo. El grupo hizo un llamado a la estabilidad democrática en Ecuador, donde el Congreso aprobó un informe que recomienda hacer un juicio político contra Lasso por supuesta corrupción.
De la misma manera, estamos muy contentos de pasarle la presidencia de la cumbre iberoamericana al presidente Lasso y a Ecuador. Sabemos que él va a hacer una gran labor.
Reiterar el apoyo irrestricto de la alianza a los principios democráticos y de absoluto respeto a los derechos humanos, inclusive frente a Nicaragua, donde incluimos una mención por la preocupación de los 4 países por la situación que se desarrolla en ese país fronterizo con nosotros.
Juntos abordaron temas como el desarrollo de políticas para reducir la pobreza y brechas de género, reactivación económica y lucha contra el crimen transnacional, un mal que azota a los ecuatorianos. Tras el encuentro, los 4 países también acordaron promover intercambios estudiantiles, la construcción de un instituto de biotecnología en República Dominicana y la creación de un grupo de trabajo entre universidades públicas y privadas.
All right, Nagayan, you care to say what you heard there? Anything that stand out to you?
It's basically 4 countries working together to make sure the it's get like equally, and to counter corruption and all these things that might occur. So that's why these 4 countries, I think Nicaragua is one of them, Ecuador and Dominican Republic. I don't know which one was the 4th one.
I think it was Honduras. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
But they were also talking about the natural gas resources. I didn't understand what the
Well, okay. So Dominican Republic does have, that was known. We already know that we do have like natural gas, which is like propane and all these things. We already liquid gas, it's called, right? We already have a refinery in our country for that and all these things. They are basically saying that to ensure that there's no corruption, there's no one-sided deals or negotiation or whatever like that. There's 4 of them to ensure that like negotiating, corruption, and all these things are like watched. They are saying that this deal would make a like groundbreaking relationship between these countries that we never had before. Why now? Why are we trying to make groundbreaking relationships with other countries right now? Why is that?
it beats me.
Okay. Well, regardless of what, so they are there, and these are not even the presidents of their own countries. These are by presidents that are coming in as a representation of their countries. Is that normal, Ed?
I don't know how they do it over there in Latin America. I have no idea.
How would they do it here? Like, what they use the vice president for? I thought, like,
our vice president right now, she doesn't do anything. She just reads her script. She giggles a little bit. They tell her what to say.
and waits for Joe Biden to die. Like, is that her job?
If Joe Biden is gonna walk off stage because he doesn't know where he's at, she goes and she makes sure she keeps him safe, pulls him back in time. But no, she doesn't do anything.
Okay. Well, these countries are sending their vice presidents and everything like that. That's funny. I never knew like that was.
The vice president does stuff like when we got the war started with Russia, they sent Kamala Harris over there to talk mess and say that Ukraine was going to join NATO, even though there was literally in the treaty that they weren't supposed to join NATO. So she did do that. Yeah. So they send him around, talk, meet with other leaders and stuff. I mean, vice president can do all kind of stuff. And Mike Pence, he was supposed to not verify the election, but he got scared at the last minute. Yes, the vice president can also do that. They have to verify the ballots. But yeah, there you go. Vice president got some powers.
Okay. Beats me. I didn't know none of these things. Thank you, Ed, for kind of like giving me some insight.
He tried to run for president, and that guy is a joke. He's a joke. They're not forgetting. People aren't forgetting.
Who?
Mike Pence.
Oh. Why? What's wrong with him?
You got these people who are deep state operatives or like military industrial complex people who just want war, and he's already been outed as one of those people. Basically, cares more about what's going on over in Ukraine than what's going on in America. So it's like, nah, buddy, we can't do it. We can't have you.
who doesn't care more about that than what's going on in America? I mean, that seems to be like the hot topic.
Nah.
For making money, or
Who's the exception? Please help me.
You're not supposed to. I mean, like if you were talking about the
You're not
case of this, right?
supposed
So
to, but we're
someone's
not
asking you-
talking about what's
Yeah.
supposed to. No.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying like who's the
someone's-
exception to
someone's
this?
asking you questions about, like, let's say, what are you going to do for the country? And you say, well, we got to support Ukraine. I was like, no, I asked you, what are you going to do for America? And you say, well, that's not my concern, which is literally what he said. It's like, what? What are you talking about, man? Like, this is crazy.
That tells you where their mindset is at. You're not even analyzing your question. You are so set in doing that. Scary. I don't know. Nigga, you were gonna say something? Am I wrong for saying what I said?
no, yeah, I just forgot the point. Yeah, in regards to those Mike Pence, and indeed I saw that moment, and what you're saying, Lito, it's so scary to see that people just are blatant about their motivation and not even thinking from, okay, how does this affect me in the long run, or how is this viewed for scrutiny and stuff like that. They're just blatantly saying, this is what I'm here for, and this is it.
Ed, here is what I believe to be a good question, and this is the last for it. I believe it's a good question. Hopefully I can formulate it correctly. But like, okay, you're saying this was his answer. Is this something because is a concern? Like, we gotta finish this issue? Like, is this something like, okay, we hate our enemy so much that all we think about is our enemy? Okay.
No, it's
Or is it like, I hope this, I'm waiting for this money to go around and touch my pocket?
Yeah, that's what it is.
You think that's why he answered what he answered? Like, okay,
That's
we
why
gotta
all of
send
them
this money.
answer like that. That's what you.
Or
it's not
they're
the case.
silent, or they are silent about Ukraine, like they're not choosing sides, but they're letting the war continue.
I'm glad I was kind of able to like ask that how it came to mind, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Because sometimes we end up poisoning ourselves because we think so hard and so much about our enemy is what I was trying to get at. I don't know, maybe they just trying to like have this money come around and touch their pockets. And I think most of these people are just like, we in a safe zone. Kill yourself if you want to, and we're gonna launder this money. And you know, in a few weeks, this money is gonna come back to me, and I'm gonna be this much richer. And if something happens, I'm covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, moving on, man. Nagayan, you brought forward a news report that I had seen as well, but I really didn't like care much. Once again, it's politics.
Yeah.
Not my forte, not my interest. But what's going on here, man?
Yeah, basically, since Iran was in the news some time ago, also in regards to Israel, so some drone attacks and stuff like that, seemingly a setup. But yeah, this because I covered last week's video on the Prime Minister of what was it? Robert Fico, my bad. By the way, he is out of danger. He was still in critical condition, but stable. So after the gunshot, they managed to stabilize him and is now recovering from his injuries. So that's a plus point. And indeed, there was some speculation that the guy that did it wasn't really working alone, but they didn't come up with much more other than that he was quite what do you call it, opposed to the government, and he was in some different rallies against the
Wait. So the assumption is that he was in this organization, like the Black Panthers that was trying to like
Exactly, something like that. But
yeah. Huh.
like fighting against the pro-Russian.
And these
Yes,
people
that-
haven't been raided or dismantled or anything like that?
They haven't figured out because he was in different groups. It was not just one group. He was in different
Or
groups.
they don't
and it
know
was
who to
about-
go after.
Exactly. So
Okay.
yeah, he was quite an ideologist in his own reality, to put it like that. So yeah, that's the case for Robert Fico's case. But here we have another, or not another president, but not another prime minister, but a president that yeah, he unfortunately died together with 4 other passengers, from which I think the Minister of Foreign Affairs was on the helicopter ride together with him. They came from I believe it was, god damn it, the neighboring Azerbaijan country, where they had a political meeting, and it was a convoy of 3 helicopters. Only his helicopter crashed, together with a prime minister of foreign affairs, the minister of foreign affairs as well. And his stance was quite. He's known to be very how you call it, strict. He had a strict regime, and also did a lot of. He killed a lot of his opposing presidential candidates. So he did some lousy business to maintain at, how you call it, at power. But yeah, he unfortunately passed away together with 4 other passengers.
So what, correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing is that now there's a slot that can be filled in with whoever is convenient.
Yeah, how it works in Iran actually is that you have a supreme leader over there that oversees like the government, like the president, and the guy who died, the Iranian president, Raisi, he actually was in line to become the supreme leader because the supreme leader was already tend to pass their
Who was
state.
the last prime minister that died?
Of what do you mean? President
Before
or
this? Wasn't there? Wasn't there another helicopter crash or something we covered or something?
oh, you mean that was the Russian guy or plane crash?
Maybe it was the Russian guy. Well, who was the Russian guy?
What was his name, Ed? That was the right hand of.
And who was he? I can't remember.
You don't remember none of this? He was the head of Wagner Group.
Oh yeah. Okay.
PMC.
And is this coincidence that only this airplane dropped?
We don't know why it happened. It could be, some people are saying, did they sabotage? But there's also, they think that maybe it was because he was supposed to be next in line to be the supreme leader, but the supreme leader's son is also supposed to be next in line. So they're thinking that maybe it was sabotage so the son could get the position instead of this
But
guy.
okay.
Some people are thinking that.
All right. So if it's sabotaging, wouldn't it be obvious to do this? Like only this one airplane was targeted?
Yeah, but who sabotaged it though? Like, who knows? You don't know.
Yeah, and there's word going that the helicopters were not in good shape, or the maintenance was not done regularly on these planes, and they were getting older, the fleet. But yeah, indeed, it's very coincidental that it was the helicopter of the president.
I don't like these type of coincidences, man. Leave me like empty, like a empty spot.
Well, it's not. He's not. The supreme leader is still there. It's not like it's. Yeah. It's like, I guess it'd be like if we lost, let's say, the Speaker of the House or something. It's like, okay, well, okay.
Okay. I just know I don't understand how these the hierarchy, la jerarquía, works. So I don't know who's for
Yeah,
what.
the only thing that
Like
interests me in this story was I didn't know either. I was thinking like, okay, is this actually the president is the leader? But no, he's not. You got the supreme leader, who's still there.
Okay.
And yeah, before he became president, he was a judge, I think, for like 14, 13 years or something like that.
Okay. Was this a fair man, a man of justice,
Yeah,
or?
they say this guy was really cruel. A lot of Iranians hated this guy. I guess like back in the
Well,
day.
there's a difference between being cruel and being.
No,
How can you
he was
explain this?
he was legit cruel. Like he was like torturing people, all type of stuff.
No, but what I'm saying is this: like, there's a difference between you calling me cruel because I don't care who you are. The law is for everybody. Does that make sense? And another
Guy
thing is
rounding
like
his own
somebody
people
being.
up and torturing them and doing all. I don't know. Like you're gonna say. he's
Yeah,
not
that's
cruel.
different.
Okay, like I don't know.
And I believe that the riots in regards to riots, or how do you call it, the protests against the women wearing a hijab or like covering their, because he was probably
Yeah.
pushing for that agenda as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
for them to cover back up, like better keep that hijab on.
Yeah, women were getting killed and beaten for taking their hijab off by the authorities. So this is as a direct result of the leadership. It's and the traditional way of viewing it. Yeah, it's unfortunate that.
But like I said, he's not the supreme leader. I think second in command. So I mean, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I was thinking this man might be like some sort of acceleration. Make the situation between Iran and Israel even worse. But I don't think so. I don't think it's really gonna go anywhere. Yeah.
Why was this important to you again?
I think it changes the landscape a little bit for the, how do you call it, the political landscape over here, also in regards to Israel and Hamas and all the.
How would it change?
This guy's not the shot caller.
What's that?
I said he's not the shot caller. The supreme leader is still there.
Indeed.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, if he were opposed to something that the supreme leader would say, is there any variation in it?
Supreme leader for nothing. Like when you're the supreme leader, like you're the supreme leader. If I tell you something, I think you need to carry out that order. This ain't like over here where they can just keep playing around and all that. Nah, they ain't doing that over there.
Okay, fair enough.
By the way, I think that's how government should be ran. We need a supreme leader over here.
Yeah, what if the supreme leader is just a nutcase, man?
I don't think so.
Just put Elon Musk or Trump there.
There you go.
Then it's
safe. That's exactly where I was going with that.
Yeah. Some people say Elon Musk is evil.
Yeah. Notice these people, they ain't got nothing to say about a Biden, nothing to say about an Obama, nothing to say about a Hillary, nothing to say about Bill Clinton.
Biden does not exist. I just don't think that guy is real.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying, but he's still a person.
He's a person.
Somewhere.
He's not a real leader, I give you that.
No. The whole persona, the whole thing, something is going on. So one day he looks like totally different than the other one. Then next week he's acting kind of okay, and then he's like totally crazy. This he's not real. I don't think he's real. Like I just don't think he's real. Like he's a real human being, and there's somebody walking around with that name, and we calling him some.
He's using like some sort of persona, like he's faking it the whole time.
No, I think taking somebody who's like medically like insane, crazy, unable to like oppose to anything. I don't know where I'm exactly getting with that, but like I just
Okay, it's obvious. They went there and they said, "Hey, you're going to be president." He probably didn't even want to do it, but they made him do it. And if he doesn't play along, they can use his son. They can use his history. They can destroy him at any point. That's what's going on.
yeah. Well, it's obvious, but like what I'm saying is like
A lot of the
why
Western leaders are like that.
the country that bangs on its chest by saying that they are bullies, like, oh, you don't like what we do, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna get rid of you.
Yeah.
It's showing the weakest leader
Because
in the whole world.
who pays attention knows that he's not really in charge. It don't matter.
There is a supreme leader above them, and that's called a faction. Like,
Yeah,
that's
only
it.
people
Yeah,
who believe
and
that
that-
he's running
okay.
things are Americans. They're the only ones that believe it.
But why put him out there like that then? Like,
Because you need someone that you can totally control.
exactly my point. So he's not freaking real like that. There's something up like that. I don't like.
What comes out of his mouth sometimes, and how he acts, how he reacts. It's
Bro, that's true for a lot of them. Like, it ain't just him.
What are you saying again?
when Trump went for presidency and when he became president, I said, and this is true to me still till today.
Uh-huh.
The how do you call it, the puppetry, or the
Puppeteer?
yeah, the puppeteer is so clearly visible right now. As in, how do you go from Obama to Trump?
Exactly my point.
And not per se that Obama is so much better, but just the whole build-up looks like so unreal.
Oh.
For okay, now we have a black president.
But
now
but
we have
then we get who?
Trump.
And that's my concern right there. Like, are we doing this on purpose? Is it a trap? If Donald Trump actually evil, I'm sorry, Ed. Don't fill a sock full of freaking batteries and hit me in the back of my head when you see me. But what if? I'm just saying, like, what if he was evil, and like they want him actually as a president, and we're gonna like frame him and do all these things in the background and act like, all these things, but then we're gonna put Joe Biden out there to look like the worst thing that ever happened to America, and have Donald Trump come back, and it's just a setup. And I don't know, like, who else other? No
The setup
offense.
already happened.
Who
The setup.
who's a
already happened.
better?
It already played out. It's already playing out.
Well,
What
I'm
more
just
control do
saying.
they need? You get Biden in there. You have total control over him. Okay, quick pullout of Afghanistan. No telling how many people died there. Don't care. Double crossed all the countries that was working with us. Now, as soon as we're done with that, okay, COVID, that was a joke anyways. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now let's start over in Ukraine, because that's what we wanted to do the whole time. You couldn't go into Ukraine like that if Trump was there. And the billions of dollars that they done laundered through Ukraine. That was the whole plan. The plan, the bad guys won. They won. This ain't a movie. They
you know what, Ed? Like, I give you props. I would like to believe that Donald Trump is like the government's kryptonite. Like, oh, not that guy. Don't put him there, because he's gonna ruin everything we stand for. Like, really, that guy?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is have him have a car accident.
Hey, he's protected. You got factions in there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But
got
what it seems so obvious for me is not per se obvious, but from a third person perspective, and probably a lot of you guys in the US as well, is that it seems so scripted. Like, okay, yes, now we have to have a black leader, now we have a president, and now we have like to counter that we have to have.
It went off.
No, total opposite, right?
It went off script. The script was supposed to be we have a black president and then we have the first
Woman.
female president.
Yeah,
Donald
that
Trump
was
messed that
what
up.
I was thinking.
He messed that
Exactly.
up. We were supposed to have a
How
woman.
did he mess that up then?
I didn't even know why he joined the Republican Party, but okay, that's another point. But the fact that he can be considered conservative, that's
He's not
already
really
off.
conservative.
No, of
that
course.
stuff is not real. It really Donald Trump is a Democrat. He's from New York. That's really who he is. He's a
Yes.
Democrat. Yeah.
Do you
But they
see what
already
I'm
had
saying,
Hillary
though?
running.
Yeah, but the script was we were supposed to get Hillary. And the only thing Trump really did, I think, what he ultimately did is he gave Russia 4 years to prepare. That's what he gave them. Because if he wouldn't have made it, and if Hillary would have got in, they would have ran into Russia. They would have pulled this Ukraine mess, but they would have had a 4-year
there.
head start. Putin probably wouldn't have been the economy. That they probably would have got Russia there. Luckily, Trump gave him 4 years. So yeah, that's what I think. That's what I'm working with.
I hope you're right, man.
Because there was a time when sorry that I have to interject, but the Crimea, when was that taken? Was that during Donald Trump or
You mean
before?
Crimea?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
before-
Obama. That was 2014.
that was during Obama.
Oh, wait, you mean? I'm trying to think when.
Wait, let me look it up real quick.
I think that was because you had when the U.S. went in and we overthrew the government. When we overthrew the Ukrainian government, I think that's when the Russians took Crimea. Could have been 2014. Could have been
2014, yeah, 20
Right.
February.
That's when they took Crimea.
Yeah,
2014.
on the dot with
Oh.
with that. Yeah, on 27 February they just walked in.
Hey.
But yeah, that adds to your argument a little more, Ed. If I hope indeed that Donald Trump is the guy that fends off these wars and
Dude,
even
if Donald Trump comes in and then boom, the whole Ukraine thing is solved within like a week. You guys gonna act
Let's
like
hope
it didn't
so.
even happen. Like, oh.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
I'm a vote for Superman, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Only because I trust you, but I'm afraid of that guy, man.
Now I know the TV, man, they got you convinced. They say, hey,
It's
they got
not.
it right
It's
there.
not it. I'm explaining to you what my concerns are. Like, what if they anticipated for us to like believe in what we believe in right now, and then we
Bro, they
are
are
so
in control.
thrown off
They
by
are
by
in control
freaking
right
Joe
now.
Biden?
They're in control right now. They're
Absolutely.
in control. Like, so if it invalidates everything you just said. They are in control right now, running their game plan. Unobstructed.
What I think is that if you are in control for 4 years, that's not in control.
Bro,
Does that
you
make
see
sense?
everything they just did?
Ed, please give me a chance for you. Like, try
They
to
just
understand
started
what
a
I'm trying to
whole
say.
war, flirting with World War III. Like, what more can you do? Bro?
But
But this
that's
was
every
standing.
president- That's
This was standing before, bro. Like, what are you talking? This is not new.
What?
no, exactly. World War III has been imminent ever since there has been conflict. Go
Honestly,
Iran,
my view of
Iraq.
history- my view of history is that we already had World War II. It was actually, I mean, World War III. It was World War II actually, but yeah. But anyways, it's
It's whoever writes history, man.
Bro, all I'm saying is, Ed, and I'm hope as
like
I'm
your
as
analysis
stupid.
does not make sense because you're saying like, why would they have to do any of that? They are in charge now. They're there now, bro. They're doing it now.
No,
The whole Ukraine thing, they literally started a war with Russia. They literally did that. They know what the treaties were, and they said, Putin, we know what treaties were signed. Yeah, we're breaking those. And Putin said, don't do that because we're gonna have to invade. No, we're breaking those. Sorry. Make your move, Putin. And then when he made his move, oh, he's attacking for no reason. He's attacking for no reason.
I see that.
Even though the man said, hey, we got treaties, you can't do that. They can't join your military alliance. It's on our border. We already signed off on this. We don't care what
They already added 3 countries on the border.
I just can't see how Donald Trump is
But
like
the plan
is
of the
gonna throw
evildoers is
this
taking-
whole
is
this
happening.
whole plan. Like it's just my mindset is this.
Your mindset is
If
simple.
you are truly
That's
smart,
what it is. It's simple. You're trying to oversimplify things. It's like, oh, Donald Trump good, Donald Biden bad. Like, no, stuff don't work like that. It don't work like that.
but I think that's what I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, the bad guys, they're the guys who you don't see. They don't have a name. It's the bureaucracy. It's the CIA. It's the deep state.
Yes,
it's the weapons
but
manufacturers.
that's exactly my point right there. This is if you are actually smart, and I say this all the time, set yourself up for the future that's coming.
But
you
they're
can
already doing what they want to do.
you can alter everything right now, but time, right? Like, actually, I would like to talk about time, but some other time, right?
Just
Yeah, yeah. Time.
Just
We're
saw
already
the
on
movie
here
Doctor
for almost
Strange,
2
yeah.
hours, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is like, wouldn't you set yourself up for like like Fast and the Furious is up to Fast and the Furious 9.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You think they would just set up for just one term, like
Yeah.
the term of
Yeah,
freaking
if you
whatever
tell me
the
we
term
got this game
for
plan,
Joe
I'm like,
Biden is?
yeah, I think like, yo, Andrew, we got this plan. We're gonna go over here, Ukraine. We're gonna make billions of dollars, more money than we can even spend in our lifetime.
So
I'm good.
they're
I'm
gonna be
I'm
like,
out.
so they sitting over there, and we gotta steal all the money and do all these things before it's Donald Trump's turn to come back up, because he's gonna ruin our plans. Oh shush,
Bro,
yeah.
people the what I've heard is that they're saying that Donald Trump basically said, hey, because they can just steal the election again, right? But they said, hey, you know what? We're gonna let you take it because that's what the people want. But you know what?
I think Donald Trump is gonna win.
We're gonna make.
And
a deal
I
with
just don't. I don't think I'm that smart. I just don't think I'm that smart. If I think Donald Trump is gonna win,
Bro,
he probably will.
Why didn't he win
Yes.
last time? Why did a dude that couldn't even talk beat him?
What if this is a script, bro? Like, it's what I'm saying. Like, what if Donald Trump, instead of being Superman over here, like you got him being Superman, harder to predict, and harder to dominate, because I'll tell you this much: he does speak his mind, and he does like I don't see anybody like telling Donald Trump like, hey, instead of doing things like this, you're gonna do exactly what I say when exactly I tell you. No, he will negotiate that, and I'll give him props for that. But who is to say that regardless of that, Ed, he is not part of? We ensure your safety,
Because
your
it
life.
doesn't make any sense because you don't think in a logical way. You don't connect dots for some odd reason. Like if he
Okay.
was a part of what they were doing, why are they trying to lock the dude up? Like it just don't make sense.
But part of a script, he
Why-
is
if-
not
if-
locked
if
up.
he's
He
one of them,
is
why
not
do you
dead.
have
Ed.
everyone attacking him. Like it just doesn't make sense.
But
Bro.
that's true for also the other parties.
You
Leader.
got a
I
dude
mean,
up here that cannot talk. No one said anything. No one made
Exactly.
a diss track about
So
it.
when
No one
Donald
said
Trump
anything.
comes around, he looks better. It makes
No,
him
this
look
is a
better.
You don't have to do all this. What did you call?
Okay.
What is it called? Like
No. And
smoke and
screen.
mirrors
listen,
and all that. You don't do all that. You don't need to do it.
maybe you're right. But politics is not my
people
forte.
are not that smart where you need to do the okey doke and all that. You're just gonna confuse people. You just play it straight, okay?
I thought confusion was part of the game.
No, you just want it to be real simple. Good guy, bad guy. That's what most people understand. You don't need to do anything more than that.
I don't know. Okay, well, this is not my thing, and I don't care much for it, man. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm as dumb as you think I am. I hope so. I really do hope so, because if this is a setup for us to choose this guy for 8 more years, let's say, for example, in 8 years.
I think the evil.
I mean,
doers, I think
I just don't see that. Like nobody would choose Joe Biden, this freaking dude.
They didn't,
which is not
Angel.
real,
They didn't.
and be like, hey, listen, this is gonna be the guy for 4 years, and in those 4 years, we better fill our pockets up, and
Yes.
we better do and cause as much chaos in those
Yes.
4 years. That okay.
Exactly. You got it.
So they only thinking in terms of 4 years at a time.
Bro, if I
We don't know when we're gonna get this chance
Bro,
again. So
if you
let's
could make-
risk
if-
it on these 4 years.
Andrew, if you could put, let's say, $10 billion in your pockets in 4 years, you're good. You're good. You're like, okay, man, you know what? We good now.
I just think at this scale and at this point, 10 billion in your pocket is good, but not good enough. It's not feeding just your ego. Like I mean, your pockets when your ego is also hungry. Like you need to
10
be
billion,
empowered.
you on a yacht
Money,
for the rest
power,
of
and
your
respect. You need to stay up there. I don't think nobody's going over here like let me get $10 billion real quick. I mean, of course, there's people who doing that, but I don't think that like the people who are actually orchestrating this, I don't think they think like, oh, 4 years we grab all the money we can, mess up the whole country, the whole economy. Let's mess it up.
Hey, you're
Because
good
when
though.
Donald Trump comes around with my $10 billion, I'm gonna be set because Donald Trump is gonna fix it all.
No, you don't care about him fixing it. What do you care about that? You're good.
You got 10 billion.
Yeah, you're
But
good. You're
then
all right.
he comes around and you're no longer on top. Your influence doesn't mean as much. Like, you see how he fired everybody?
Like, what are you talking about? Like, you ain't got to.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not that smart, Ed. Like, to be honest with you, I'm
believe
just
that was
I'm
the
just
plan.
I'm just huh?
I said that was the plan. And then they step aside and say, hey, you know what? We did what we had to do, and now they're stepping aside. Because that's the only way he could win. Because if they keep going, they can.
That's very kind-hearted. That's very accepting. That's very mature of you. Let's do what we can in our term, and once it's time for us to back up, we back up. No issues, no
you
problem.
make a
Like,
deal. You make a deal.
Sorry,
you say,
4 years
hey,
passed by.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. When
has that
Angel,
worked
Angel,
before? When did that work before?
Angel, when you at the casino and you win, you got to know when to leave. You got to know when to leave, man.
Exactly. And how many people lose their houses after they won? When you win is when you got hooked. There you go. Thank you for bringing that. What?
I said you got to know when to leave.
You have to know when to leave. How often does that happen, Ed? How many people? I'm out there, and I see there's more than you. Okay. How many people have I seen win $80,000, $100,000 and lose their house?
Okay.
Because they think that 100,000 they just won, they can make 200,000, $1 million from that 100,000. And every time they spend one more dollar, they saying, "Oh, maybe it's the next one, not this one. Maybe it's the next time I'm supposed to win that money."
Look, Angel, you're talking.
So they
about,
willing to risk it all.
You're talking about some
bro.
of the most smartest, most capable people on the planet. Okay, these guys know how
Ooh.
to play it.
There you go. So what if what they planning to do is not for being in charge for 4 years? That's all I'm saying. What if? Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe they smart enough to know that 4 years is not good enough for us to be in control for forever. Like, if it's simple to me, it'll be simple for the smartest people out there, man. Just me saying. And if we make Joe Biden look like shit, like he's crazy, like he was a mistake, when Donald Trump comes back around, he's a savior. It's all I'm saying. What if, Ed? I'm just saying, what if? Like I constantly doubt myself. And I make all these case scenarios in my mind, and yeah, you can call me crazy or whatever, but that's one
I don't like people with your worldview. Like, I don't like that worldview where you think like no one can actually be a good person. Ultimately, that's what you think. People like you think this. No one can actually be just a good person. Like you.
I'm just scared of people, bro. I'm just scared.
Which
I'm
means
scared
that
of people.
ultimately you don't even think that you're a good person. Then, wouldn't that?
Yes.
Isn't that what that would mean?
Yeah, that is a good point.
Me,
Okay,
I actually
continue.
think that I'm a decent person. If I had power, if I was in a position, I can see myself trying to do what's right for people.
Yes,
why
to
I
a certain
believe that
extent.
someone else can do it.
You believe you would do all good
Yes.
and that your ego wouldn't be in the way of.
No.
How many times did you say, hey, those people who died over there, that was a sacrifice that needed to happen.
For the
It's for
American
the
people.
greater
I could
good.
have been right.
Hey, it's huh?
I said I could have been right. I don't know I don't know what we're talking. I don't know what you're actually pulling that from, but I probably was right. I don't know.
You see this all the time. When I tell you, listen, all these lives that was like lost and all these things, and you're like, well, it's part of the game. It's part of.
I believe in good. That's what I'm saying. I believe
I
person
do too.
can be at the
And
highest
if I
level.
didn't believe that you believe in good, and if I didn't trust you, and I didn't have like the feeling that like you are a good human being, like truly, like I mean this, I wouldn't be around you. And that as simple as that. But what we are talking about is not me versus you and a regular dude or.
But you always say this. You always say that someone with power or money. Oh no, something's got to be going on. No, he's evil. What if this and that? And I'm like, hey,
Power
Whatever.
corrupts. Power corrupts people, and absolute power corrupts.
I never seen nobody be in the top and be like, oh, I guess now it's your turn.
But what I think, and what to add to the dimension of what Lit was saying, I think that maybe for you go both, it adds to the point, because yes, people, it goes from left to right, conservative liberalism, however you want to call it, Democrats, Republicans, and it tends to seem that when the Democrats are in power, businesses thrive, and we end up in wars. And when the Republicans come to power, other things thrive and other things go well for the country. I don't know what exactly those things are and what are the but there seems to be a balance. 4 years then, 8 years then, 4 years Democrats, 4 years Republicans, 8 years. So it's going back and forth. And this is going on.
How much does a president make a year?
I don't know.
like 250,000, something like that.
Per year?
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough.
Well, Donald Trump only made $1. I'm just saying. Yeah, he only made that's how much he made. He made $1 each year.
You're muted, I
Yeah.
think. Oh no, yeah.
That's great. That I did hear that. Yeah, so kind of him. But then you have all these other perks.
Hey, guys, hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, I'm not doing nothing. And the thing is just changing. It's just changing the output. Mid conversation just says, hey, I'm just gonna change that. Just go to the other audio source.
That's odd because that never happens to me.
But
Okay,
I think
well-
this is a good one, guys. This is a good session. Yeah.
We don't have no solutions though, and I hate ending with no solutions.
I was gonna talk about, like some chat GPT or something, but maybe I have something prepared next time. Yeah.
Let's all do that. Okay. Can we like talk about ChatGPT and like
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, she's suing them because they stole her voice without her. You guys heard about this, right? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought I seen the guy shaking his head like, yeah.
I thought he said yeah.
Well, they stole her voice. She claims it, and now it's like the best digital assistant voice. We don't have it anymore. They took it away because she's got to come out and say something. I checked it myself, and I'm like, you need that voice. You can't. It don't work. Like, what is this? I wasn't really using it that much, anyways. Not the voice part, not yet. But
Wait, when you showed me your phone and we were like testing that out, that was her voice?
Yeah, that they claimed that was Scarlett Johansson. Like, dude,
That's amazing. That's awesome.
but
no,
that voice
I
ain't there
didn't.
anymore. They took it.
They stole it.
No, but
Sorry.
I'm talking about like the technology. The fact that it was her voice adds to it,
Bro,
right?
it wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't her voice. What happened?
It was.
Sam Altman.
He should have patented it.
he
And
asked
IP rights.
he asked her, did she want to do it, and she said no. And he asked her, hey, you sure now? You sure you don't want to do it? That's where he messed up, asking again. And then, like, I guess he got voice actresses, and she's claiming it sounds like her. Like, no, it don't sound like you.
well, it's easy to disprove. Okay, so you grab the person that you saying
Well, they don't want to do
that
that.
voice. So just
They
just
eliminate.
plead guilty. They just plead guilty.
He's like, no, we're keeping him anonymous. Like, okay, man. Like, all right. You sure?
Oh,
It's still
okay.
anonymous now. You sure?
Okay, that, like the guy said, like, just you might as well say my bad. Okay, you keep insisting, like, you sure, and then when something happens, you're like, it's not her. We grab somebody else, but we won't show you who somebody else is because
Maybe, we prepare. We have some AI stuff.
okay,
inside.
let's
Nvidia
let's
is
do that.
it's at $1,000. It's a little over $1,000 now. It's official.
It's over 1,000. Damn. When we started this video, it was below. It was
Yeah.
954.
Can I give you $1,000 cash and you like save me one? Can you gift me one? Like,
by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, you won't even be able to afford it, bro.
It's gonna be.
so buy me one, and I'll give you the $1,000 when I see you. Not tomorrow, the day after, on Friday.
Bro, it's gonna be, dude. Like,
I promise. Just do it for me, man. You got $1,000.
hey, Angel, we got the split coming up. 10 for 1 split. You'll be able to get it cheap.
Ed,
You're gonna get 10 for 1.
listen. I'm gonna give you the money cash. Just get it. And if I don't give you the cash,
Bro, what am I gonna do with cash? You think I'm gonna go to M&T with some cash? They might freeze my account. Like, what you doing with all that money?
okay.
Try doing $999 instead
Yeah,
of $1,000.
before 1,000. The problem was the 1,000, bruh. Listen, okay, that's good. A little frustrating.
Angel, man, you kept playing. I told you this was gonna have. Say, hey, the split coming.
Bro, you act like this is my fault. I'm telling you what I'm going through. Like, I can't even pay my rent. Trust me, I want to pay my rent.
After
Nigga, 1 to 100, how much you think is important for me to pay my house?
This is very important.
Okay. So you think if it was up to...
one.
Okay.
This is
So-
something you've been paying out
Here's my thing.
for
This
years almost.
could go crazy.
And,
What if this was like a Bitcoin and we were like back in 2010, right? And you're like, nah, paying my mortgage is more important. It's more important. Like, hey, man, it's just like $1,000.
But where your little story is like wrong is because I'm not stopping from investing because of the payment of my mortgage. What's happening is that I don't have money. Like, I have cash, but cash doesn't help me right now. My bank account is freaking frozen.
You doing suspicious stuff, man. Gotta knock it off. But all
Stop,
right,
man.
all right, guys.
You know me. You think I'm doing suspicious stuff, or you playing? Like, I'm not doing nothing weird. I mean, it could be suspicious.
It is.
Yes, it is suspicious. Stop it.
I didn't say you were committing crime.
But it's not actually wrong. Like, I'm not lying about anything.
Yeah, we know it's your money. We know you didn't steal it, but the bank just.
Bro, you
has
know how many
procedures
hours
they
and
have
how
to follow.
much I kill myself for my money? Like, stop playing. And now I
Don't
can't
worry,
even use
they
my money.
won't take it. They just.
Ed, okay, I'll deposit the money and I'll send you $1,000. How about that? And we'll trade it. As a matter of fact, buy me $2,000 worth of it. Like, it's 1,000 per share, right? You said
No,
before it splits. I'll give you
Just
$2,000.
wait for the split. Then each share is probably going to be like
Ed,
$100 or something, like $120, $130 for a share.
can you just please do it before it splits?
It splits like next month. You got a month. You got a
Okay,
month.
It's
Angel.
already gonna increment.
But just in
It's already
case,
gonna increase.
$2,000 is nothing and is in your position. Just do
Because
2,000.
it's too complicated. I don't even know what we're talking about. Like, how am I going to get the money? How am I going to send it to you? Like, what are we even doing? You know what I mean?
Like, can you just hold it in your portfolio until I pay you?
I don't know how that works, man. Like what you're saying, like they're not transferred the share to your portfolio. Like, come on, man, this is crazy.
No, that's not what he's asking, but he's asking you for the value of the share right now to have it reserve it for him, like an option. I don't know.
Yeah. Something. There's got to be something that you can like hold it for me or something.
If it
in some way,
drops,
shape, or...
it drops.
Nah.
Then
it drops, and I'm still.
Once a company announces a stock split, it just skyrockets. It's
No, but
okay.
what I'm saying is like
wants to
it doesn't
skyrocket with
matter
it.
what. No. Like, listen, whatever happens from let's say 6 o'clock today. What time is it? 7:25 on. I'm still taking the responsibility. Like our agreement is our agreement. If I tell you it's 2,000, I'm gonna give you 2,000, even if it goes to $1. Like I'm good about my promises. Just do this.
Bro, like, okay, like let's say, right?
Yes.
So you're telling me you're gonna give me actual cash. This is what you're telling me.
Yes.
If you don't want the
transfer.
cash,
I don't want
let the bank call me back.
See?
Okay, let the bank call me back and tell me, hey, now you can use your account again, and I'll send you that money. I'll wire it to you.
You got until June, I guess, and this is gonna keep running up, but yeah,
He wants it for you to do it for him.
I'm
why
not
not?
doing that.
Why not?
Okay, never mind. I thought I had some money there. I was gonna show you, like.
In that case, I can whip out some money too. I just sold my bus.
Look, Nagayan, this guy had. We were talking about this how many months ago, Nagayan?
I haven't had
Yeah,
a bank
couple,
account.
right? Like,
When it was like 860.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was as low as like 750. It dropped all the way down to like 740.
It's my dad.
He
What
would have
am I
made
gonna do?
250 per share right now.
I don't want to know that, Nagayan. Thank you so much.
Bro,
Man, this gotta be a
you're
way.
not late though. This is we're just getting started. The
Oh,
earnings,
come
like,
on,
if
man.
you actually
Why
got
won't
to
you
the-
do him this favor? Why?
Because it's too
I don't get it.
complicated. I'm like, okay, then how do you
It
get
shouldn't
the
be.
share? Like,
If
what's going on?
if he says he is worth the 2 shares right now to deposit on your account, you would, without being in any liability whatsoever, unless he doesn't commit or the bank doesn't unfreeze his money, only then you will be able, and then you will have 2 shares which are on your account, which you can use and probably profit because you're so sure it will only skyrocket. So where's the negative point in this?
And then it's like, only thing this guy had to do is get his bank account going. The guy, like, you can't get the bank.
But that's
Oh,
not
I
up
think
to
it's-
me. I'm
I
not
think
the
it's-
one forming the investigation on myself.
You telling me you've been here for all this time? You do not have a working checking account. This is insane.
Yes.
If it wasn't for my cash that you diss so much, I wouldn't have food in my house.
And because of Britney as well.
Yeah.
Well, brother, you're not missing out, but you're not getting in at the best price, but you ain't missing out. I don't know what to tell you.
Whatever. All right, guys.
Bro,
that's-
if you see how good this chat was and all these AI tools coming out, we're just getting started here, man. We're just
Let's
getting
put it to the test in our next section.
Yes. Let's see what
the
this
fact
works.
that you guys don't even care about this is just bonkers to me, man. This is like you guys just like, yeah, okay, we got digital systems.
I wouldn't say I don't care about it. It's just maybe I don't fully understand it because I don't trust it, and distrusting
goodness.
like
Okay.
it's not trusting it either. Like I'm saying that wrong. How can I
what? Like, what are you like? You ask it like technical things about like you don't ask it like, oh, chat, what should I believe? Who should I vote for? Chat, is there a God? Chat, like, no, you don't ask it stuff like that. Okay, like you ask it it's for doing work, right? Yeah,
Well-
and it's free. It's free now. You got access to the best version for free. You ain't even gotta pay anymore. Yeah.
Okay, we should explore this for this whole week and then get into it like our next session. Please stay in contact.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
And
for
I think
watching,
that's
guys.
it for the, today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Unidentified Podcast. And we out.
All right.
See you on the next.